Hi everyone, welcome back to AWS Advanced Masterclass course. So here we all know last 2-3 session we are discussing about EC2. Yes, even this session also followed by last use case. This particular video you are going to see another one useful use. Okay, that's from the real use cases all about. Yeah, my client need a web server with separate volume for operating system and data. Literally they are looking to have a one particular server like this. Okay. In that server, right, they would need to pin up they would need to spare instance with two volume. Okay, one is for operating system, another one is for data. So literally it should be in big, nothing small. So okay, so what I'm gonna do, me differentiate is going to be my operating system, right? Going to be my okay. So in that, right, my client wants to make this EC2 instance as web server. Okay, my client wants to make this EC2 instance as web server. Here many very highlighting part is about I need to make my web page data should be stored in this data drive. That is the ultimate plan. So now what I'm gonna do, how we can make this server as a web server. That's what this is what our goal now. So what I'm gonna do, let me clarify one thing. If your server, okay, if you are easy to instance, making a web server based upon your operating, you're supposed to use Windows based, right? So for making your EC2 instance, you need to install a component called II, Internet Information Server. Same way, if you are using Linux based operating system, right, you wanted to make any web server using this operating system, you're supposed to have, a specific package to be installed. Something called HTTPD, Apache, or Nginx, Tomcat, any one of the package should be installed to make your server to provide a web. Okay. This is what the need, but you all know recently, right, last two videos, we have a demo server available with us, correct? Go here, we should be able to see a demo server. I just renamed this server as a web server, renamed this EC2 server. This one, right, I'm going to install a IIS package and I'm going to show you. Okay. So this is our server where if you go and check, right, you should be able to see we have 2-3 disk available, operating system at 100 GB disk, 50 GB disk, 70 GB. So here I'm going to open my server manager. What is the purpose? I'm opening the server manager. I need to install IIS. So let me add our roles or feature. We click on next. So we need to enable this web server. Once as soon as you enable CB, let me click on install so that the installation. Okay, so let it install in the backend. Obviously, it takes some time. Meantime, right, what I'll do, I'll go to my whatever here. You can see I'm going to store my data operating system web page in this. Let me go inside file. I'm going to name this as a dex.h. So yes, let me open this file. So I'm not a big web application expert, but still try to simple HTML. Okay. Now I'm going to make one tag. Welcome to AWS Master Course. Yes, for break, you need not to be expert on writing these codes and all. It's a very basic code. For an example, I'm happy. Okay, saved it. Let me close. Go to view file name here. We need to remove that TX. It will be proper in. Okay. Now our web page source code stored in this particular area, but actual project the developer will give you. No need to worry about it. Okay. So now let's see the status of my feature installation. Yeah, IIS has been installed. Let us close. I'll go to the tool. I can open this internet. So in that internet information service console only, we need to configure a web application. This is mandatory. Cannot skip this portion. So by default, right, you will get one default site. I can remove it. But I can go with the new site now. Let me site. Website name should be like .com. Path in D drive, right? Publication. Okay, my demo.com has been created. Now, one thing we supposed not forget on the binding, you need to add your private. This will ensure your communicate properly from public. So let me close this. As soon as you have done this, right, a very next step, what you need to do, you need to go to your security, your web server, go to security group. You need to ensure your particular 8080 opened or not. 8080 opened for my sport, but this time just for testing, right? Okay, once we have done this, very next step. We can go to the can select get the publish. You got the what we can do, we can browse the, so we should be able to see our web applications need to be loading. Yeah, welcome to AWS Master Course video. Happy learning. This is our website. This is loading. So as per my need, right, we have done that specific web application source code has been hosted in the data drive and we are able to access our app. That is fine. The security group we open the now if we can see web server should be accessed by static public. They have some. What does it mean by static public IP? We know about what is public IP. Using that IP only we are accessing our web application and also we are taken a remote everything. But what is that something called as elastic public IP? If you go to the console, right, there is IP available. The console there is something IP available 13.7.43.14. So what I will do, I will simply take the screenshot of. Okay, so this screenshot will let me. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop the server from that. Let me stop this. So let's see if you stop the server, right, it will become stopped state like the above genre. Okay, remote has been disconnected. You can see a remote also disconnected because we stopped it. No issues. And moreover, right, you can see the stopped server and all, it will not be assigned with any of the stopped server and all, only having a private IP. Already I told you private IP used to communicate between the servers available in this environment. This public IP, right, we are using for connecting pub. Okay, so yeah, both the servers are now stopped. You can see the public IP as empty. Now if you try to start the server again, so already in previous sessions I have talked about how when you need to stop and start your server. If you do this, what will happen in the backend? AWS has an algorithm. Your EC2 instance, right, will move from one physical host to another physical host backend data. Okay, that is what will happen when you do stop and start from the console, like exactly what I did just now. So after I started, right, pending state only, it started running. Let me yeah. Now you can see you will be received with brand new public IP 13.201.80.1. So earlier this particular web application was right. Now if you refresh it, it will not work. It will throw you error only. But yeah, your remaining your service, right, will be loaded with this, but new pub be loaded new. So yeah, I think the instance is still starting, so be able to see it. But yeah, even for old server also it's loading. We can see status of the particular instance by going into action, monitor, get in screenshot. I think yeah, it's almost pretty much ready. Web applications load. Okay, this instance is ready. Okay, this one was not loading. Be working. Then check. We'll close this. Hereafter, if this works, means from here only it will work. Okay, guys, let me take the IP. I'll try the browser test check. Okay, be here. I'm trying with this particular. I've taken the public IP here. Yeah, with the new IP, right? I have started loading now. So this is how your particular server changing the IP address. Whenever you stop and start the IP will be public IP will be keeps on. Okay, there is no fixed IP. So in that case, right, if you are going and telling to your customer, hey, sorry, last week I have done that maintenance activity. That time I stop and start the server, which I have done. But what happened? I totally changed the IP. We cannot go and tell them like for if you want to provide an public IP to your server, even though if you stop and start for a number of the IP supposed to not change. If you need like that, right, what you can do, if you scroll down, there is an option called Elastic IP. Click on it. So as of now, there is no Elastic IP reserved. So one addition, when you work with Elastic IP, if you are planning to work with Elastic IP, right, then your IP address or whatever you are reserving, that is charged. Okay, if you are using Paytire account, please do not reserve any Elastic IP. Click on allocation Elastic IP. Okay, so then what you need to do, just to click on allocate. Okay, IP has been allocated. Now we can go and attach associate Elastic. So you need to choose your instance. Will allocate. Now you can see 15.20 to 200.66. Now even this IP will not work anymore. If you try with this new IP, your web application rate should be low. Okay, because even if you go to the right to see, even you stop a number of times and nothing will be okay. So this is how your Elastic IP works. Even that is what your even difference. Yeah, web server should be accessed by static pub. Yes, that's what we are doing. We are not relying with the public IP. We are specific, the static public IP, Elastic IP. Okay. And one last thing to complete this use case, also they need a backup of this web server and ensure at any situation they can switch the web server to any. Basically what they are looking for, they want to get the full backup of the server. Full backup means in the previous session we have discussed about snapshot. Snapshot will take a backup of your particular EBS volume. But now my customer wants to have a full complete backup. How can we do? So in order to get the complete backup, right, there is an option available to create an AMI, custom AMI. So if you go to the server, right, go to the actions, there is an option image and tap on it, and there is an option here available like create an image. So when you click on create image, right, what it will do, it will create a customized AMI. Create the customized AMI. Let me show you. Click on create image name. I can. So golden image dose. Okay, description. So there are 3 volumes are there. Shall I take all 3 volumes backup? Yes. Okay. Let me click on create image. So in the left side, right, we know about volume chart. We know about security group, elastic group, key pair, all But in the same way, when you click AMI, you should be able to golden AMI Windows is still create in pending state. So once this image has been created, right, it's kind of a full backup to your server. If you wanted to restore it with the same state, you can just create a new VM image. So everything will configuration. We installed IAS, everything will be available. Okay. So yeah, but depends on the time. It will take some time. You need to wait no other way. Yeah. So we are waited for some time. Still the AMI creation, right, taking more than expecting, but still not an issue. So once we created the AMI, right, what we can do, we can launch the instance from this AMI directly from here. By coming to EC2 console, I the AMI can directly launch the instance. Also, we have one more option. Usually how we will create, we'll go to instance, we'll spin up a new instances, right? Click on launch instances. Here, when you give any name, okay, if you come down, so here there's an option called my AM. Click on it. Here also you have an option to select your golden. Just now we created, right? You will be able to select it. You can create. Okay. So this AMI concepts, right, works as similar like your snapshot. This helps in various different ways. You can take the complete backup of your EC2 instance. That's the true only. Go. You can take up a complete server backup. That's fine. Whenever anything happened to your server, with the configuration, you can restore it. That is one advantage. Another advantage is people, right? They can use this image as a golden. Some projects, right? Every server should be installed with the Notepad++, Chrome, Java latest version. All those package, right, should be installed. Instead of creating new virtual installing all the package every time, better you can create on golden image like that, whatever package, clone new EC2 instance from this image. So all the package will be come along with the pre-installed. Okay, that way also somebody using the same. Also, if you go to AMI, right, you can copy the AMI to other region within account. You can click on edit AMI permission. You can by doing this, right, you can share with other account also. This instance, right, located in my account. If I have another one AWS, I can transfer this by adding the account ID. Okay, those AMI ID will be displaying in the another AWS account. We can launch the new info from this many options here. In terms of removing this, right, you can go and deregister AMI. Will help you to remove it. This will help you to remove. So that's what I'm telling. Whenever you guys are planning to provision any resources, then and there you try to terminate and clean all of them. This way, right, you can avoid some bill. This way you can avoid. Okay. So yeah, this is the use case, guys. Pretty much about AWS setting up the application, web server, OS and separate data volume, public IP, AMI, all those things. Okay. So thanks for watching this video. I'll come up with